season football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Stafford. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Grady Jarrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now Stafford. Looking left sideline, incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, and it's 3rd down.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition in practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too.
Check nickel.
On 3rd down, Vance. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here.
At their own 15-yard line.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Ready, like 25. Get the weight room. Shoot. Check 50, check 50. 51, Sam.
Freeman again, a 1st down carry. Freeman a 1st down and more. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
51 the mic, boys. 51. 54, South. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike, 51.
Here's Ryan to throw. Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away. Quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
13 yards. First down, Detroit.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw. He'll get this one to Galladay. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And they'll get this down to the 10. 11 more on that one and another first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Let's go. Hey, you.
On first down at Stafford. And he rifles one incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Escaping the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Dancing to his left. Ryan hit, and he lost the football.
Ready, we're ready.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta's second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Damon Harrison in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
48 Mike. 48 Mike. It's a party now.
Now it's Ryan. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Tack McKinley in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
It's 2nd down.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Right here. 45. Mike. Alert! Oh, you got deep? Check 99. Check 50. Begin.
Here's Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Come on, TV, come on. Say. Out. Big 20.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
On first down, it's Johnson, and he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch the screen. Alert flare. Rush in.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run.
Check 24. Watch 24. Check that. Give me radar.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. They'll try the air now with Stafford. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Tack McKinley racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Hey, stay home. White. Stay home. Hey, check my shot.
Second down and goal. Stafford toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Solid coverage on the play by Devondre Campbell.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Now Stafford on third and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's it, baby. That's it. That's it. Big hit.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. And the 13-year man puts it through, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Ryan. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
On 2nd down now, it's Freeman. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Freeman. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check, 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 check.
Now it's Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 20-yard line. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. 1st and 10 right at the 20. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Ryan. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Here's Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard. Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one.
I'm with you totally.
And the ball is knocked out. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Omaha, ready, move. Here we go. 45, 45, Mike, 45. Come on. You better break. Alert.
The final shot before the break. Stanford. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Darryl Worley. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
21.
Here's Ryan. Steps away to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Hey, exit.
Ryan. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Patrick Owasor gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
Let's get this. Let's get this.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 35-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, Johnson. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
Here we go. Set. 180. Mike, 45. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Shit, shit.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hang on, give me a radar. 45 to Mike, 45. Stay 50, stay 50. Hey, Haywood.
Stafford. Flushed out right. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 15 yards on the play. First down. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Watch left. Tight end.
Now it's Stafford. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
36.
On the sneak, it's Stafford. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Prater's kick is good. And that will make our score 9-0. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Ryan throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and that takes us from second to third down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Devon Kennard in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off around the 27. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
The Falcons take over first and 10.
Ready, get ready. All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Incomplete.
What a difference a week makes. Last week, he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week, he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive, because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well, because one mistake can turn into 6 points.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
3 down, 3 down.
To throw is Ryan. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. He's got daylight. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Ryan. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play call.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And I think the offense got it back. They did. Inside the 10-yard line, they avoid disaster.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. To throw is Stafford. Jones has it. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Here's Stafford. The quick slant caught, and he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kenny Golladay, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Prater for the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Ryan to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. It's caught. Jones. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 40. That catch is number 819 of his career. It ties him with Hall of Famer Steve Largent,
who did things largely below the radar. Not this guy. 819 catches, that speaks loudly and volumes.
the Lions' 35-yard line.
Down, ready, we're ready. Let's go, let's go. Watch it. Hey, Tuesday.
From the 35 on second down, Ryan, and he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Bud Dupree has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Protein spill.
On third down, Ryan. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Come get some.
They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The man they call Snacks, Damon Harrison. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
Ready, blue 60. Double tight. Hey, 4 down.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Lions, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.